is green, it's green, oh, oh. The land is green, it's green. Can't you see? The harvest is ready, 'cause the Lord of the harvest told me so. It's green for me. It's green, oh, oh. The land is green, it's green. Can't you see? The land is green, it's green, oh, oh. The land is green, it's green. Can't you see? The land is green, it's green, oh, oh. The land is green, it's green. Can't you see? I can't see. Oh, the harvest is ready, 'cause he told me so. It's green and it's all mine.
Hi, welcome to our program, My Nigerian Dream. My program, your program, our program. My Nigerian Dream was put together to inspire the Nigerian youth. How there who feels there is no hope, the Nigerian youth who is filled with so much despair, the Nigerian youth who believes that he needs a godfather to become something in life, the Nigerian youth who soaks himself in alcohol and cigarette morning till night, who believes this is the gateway, an escape, a runaway, the Nigerian youth living perpetually in denial, waiting for an uncle or an auntie to give him everything he desires out of life, probably his father or his mother. I am holding this not because I indulge. I am holding this because this has become the reality of a lot of our youth this day. This will get you nowhere apart from pain and more disappointments. That is the essence of this program. We have put My Nigerian Dream to bring you men and women who out of obscurity, out of nothing, have made a life for themselves. Nigerians like you, who have risen above all limitations, pursued your dream, and make it come to pass. That is the essence of My Nigerian Dream. We want to tell stories, good stories. Probably once upon a time the story was bad, but we're turning around this seemingly bad beginnings into inspirational stories for people like you who believe you need to get away. It's even better if you stop at this stage and not even go into hard drugs like cocaine, marijuana, heroin, all in the bid to escape because there is no Godfather. We want to tell our stories, and this is My Nigerian Dream. If you stay with me on this bit, you will get to find out that you don't need this or this for your dreams to come true. All you need is the power that lies inside of you. Like someone said on the show, if someone says you can't, all you need to do is take away what? The T, and stick with can. When we come back, My Nigerian Dream will continue. Stay with me.
It's green, oh, oh. The land is green, it's green. Can't you see? The land is green, it's green, oh, oh.
Welcome back. You're still watching My Nigerian Dream. And on this beat, we'll take our very main break by bringing you inspirational quotes. Stay with me on the program, people. When we come back, My Nigerian Dream will continue.
It's green, oh, oh. The land is green, it's
Welcome back. I hope you were inspired by those great inspirational quotes brought to you on this program. I wouldn't want to waste your time any further. We'll just go on now to inspirational speech. It is important for you to listen to what people have to say. Now, what is really important is the speeches that we'll bring to you, the people that we showcase on My Nigerian Dream, are people once upon a time who never knew there would be anything in life. People held down by the chains of limitation, but today they are celebrated all over the world. You too can be celebrated. Sit back and listen. We'll be right back.
You know, as we begin to think about goals and dreams, given my circumstances, born in an abandoned building on a floor, being adopted, being labeled educable mentally retarded, failing twice in school, no college training, never worked for a major corporation, to believe that I had something of value. Have you ever thought about something you wanted to do and you talk yourself out of it? It's very important to realize that I found that most people fail in life not because they aim too high and miss. Most people fail in life because they did just like I did for so many years. They aimed too low and hit. They didn't believe in themselves. So I want you right now to revisit and look at your goals and dreams, and let's raise the bar. And I want you to say with me, it's possible. It's possible. It's possible. I can do this. I can make this happen. No matter how bad it is or how bad it gets, I'm going to make it. It's possible. Yes, your dream is possible. Say that to yourself every day. Feed your mind with words that you write and words that you hear and words that you speak to yourself. Feed your faith and your doubts will starve to death. Say to yourself, it's possible. It's possible. It's possible. Even when you have no evidence to point to, say to yourself, it's possible. There's nothing as powerful as a made-up mind. It's a struggle sometimes to do that, especially when you have people around you telling you that it's not possible, that you can't do it. And they're constantly pointing out your failures of the past, constantly reminding you of all of the things that you don't have going for you. I'm reminded of the story of the two little boys that were playing on some ice during the winter. And as they got further out on this ice, one fell through the thin ice. And so the little fellow that was still on top of the ice, he was trying to save his little buddy. And he couldn't reach him. He was trying to pull him. He could see him through the thin ice as he got further away from him, struggling. And he couldn't reach him, and he was trying to break the ice, and he couldn't do it. And he looked around, and he saw a tree in the distance, and he ran, and then he got up on the tree, and he pulled and broke down an enormous-sized branch, and came back and savagely began to beat that ice, and broke it, and miraculously, he saved his friend. And when the paramedics came, and they were able to revive this little boy, they were scratching their heads. They're trying to figure this out. Said, how could this little pruny fellow go up in a tree and break off a branch this size and then come back and beat and break the ice and save his friend? They thought it was just miraculous. It was baffling. And an old guy who was there said, I can tell you how he did it. And they said, how? How did he do it? And he said, there was no one here to tell him that he couldn't do it.
Welcome back. I'm still here. I hope that you're still there listening, because most times it's always very difficult to look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself the truth. My Nigerian Dream is an inspirational program put together for you. That's one man, that one girl, that one boy who thinks that it is impossible to become anything in life in Nigeria. At the first program, we did tell you that the Americans have their story and they tell it every day. We want to create our own story by telling our Nigerian dream. Now, this program will bring to you entertainers, bankers, entrepreneurs, different types of people who once upon a time didn't have hope, who once upon a time never believed that the sun will rise. But something kept them going. That is a hunger to succeed in life. And I don't know if you have that hunger sleeping, that passion sleeping inside of you. The purpose of this program is to awaken passion in you by the time you hear the stories that these people have to say. And on today's program, it's not going to be any different. On today's program, we are bringing you a woman who have risen above all limitations, pursue a dream, and today she's celebrated all over the world. You want to find out who that person is? Stay with me on My Nigerian Dream, and you will get to hear the story of a young lady who did not let the situations happening around her to meet her destiny. She took her destiny in her hands and she ran with it. And today, a story is going to be heard on this program. Stay with me. My Nigerian Dream will continue.
Hello people, my name is Remi Alade. I am an Afrobeat or Afropolitan artist, popularly known for the song called Johnny.
Johnny Mo, I'm looking for my Johnny. Where is my Johnny?
And today I'll be, taking you through my little story, my Nigerian story, my Nigerian hustle, my Nigerian, grass to grace story. Well, yes, my name is Remi Alade because my mom is a native of Abia State and my dad is a native of Ondo State. My mom is a businesswoman and my dad is a retired commissioner of police. Yes, commissioner of police. We all know that when your father is commissioner of police, you're supposed to be, exposed to a lot of, you have the privilege of a lot of money, a privilege of a lot of, upper hand treatment. You don't get that second hand treatment. You get, the privilege is very wide. But I personally, for some reason, always believed in myself. I always wanted what was mine. I didn't want a situation where I'll be called daddy's girl. You know, where people will be saying, Shonma, because my father is retired commissioner of police, or we will be doing things for me just because of my pops instead of because of me. I've never been one to like that kind of situation, and that pushed me to continue to thirst and want more. First of all, the first thing I had to do was to mentally cleanse myself. I mentally cleansed myself. I looked in the mirror and I was like, you are Remi. You are not the child of a retired commissioner of police. You are a young girl with dreams, with nowhere to go, nowhere to start from, no one to help. But my passion and dreams will take me there with God on my side. So I personally started my journey with God and a vision in mind. I never really knew what I wanted to be. I never really knew whether I wanted to be an artist or whatever. But I knew deep down that I was created to be something great, but I didn't know how to go about it. I remember my days in the university when I had nowhere to stay. I had no hostels. You know, I schooled in Unilag. I'm an ex-student of Unilag, and we all know, all of us there, we know that it's very, very hard to get accommodation in school, even though it's the cheapest. Really, it's the cheapest and safest to stay in school. So the only option I had was to try and get outside. Now my parents, the family house is all the way in Aja, and the school is in Unilag. It affected my grades. It affected me psychologically, physically, because we'll enter traffic to get into school, enter traffic to get back home every day. And so what I had to do was I had to call a friend of mine, and she used to stay in a private hostel, so I'll take all the things I needed for Monday to Friday, I'll put in our place. The hostel didn't allow, you know, all those people that don't pay, what they call them, poachers or pictures. They never allow people like us to be in the hostel, so I will have to wait a particular time and pretend to be a visitor and come in with my bag and then now sneak out again to school. Well, after school I have to come back on time before they close the gate to visitors, and I'll stay in the room. I couldn't come out. My friend will have to buy me food and come upstairs and I'll eat. You know, that's how I went through my entire year 1 and halfway through year 2 as well. But thank God, somehow by God's grace, I started paying my hostel fee. I now had a room. My mom helped me get there. But then, how would I continue paying? That was the issue for me at that point in time. And luckily, somehow, a friend of mine filled the form for Pick Talent Show, and then I went in. Because she was complaining that I had a beautiful voice and I wasn't doing anything with it. And so I went, and somehow from 1057, I moved up to first 100. I represented Lagos because it was a nationwide competition. And to cut the long story short, I was awarded 6.2 million naira. What do I do with that? I was able to take care of my my hostel fees at last. But then I had a career. I realized that, okay, that was my point of revelation. I realized that it was time for me to focus on my music. But I was in year 2. How was I going to do it? Even before I won the talent show, I was about to write my exams to the next year. I had to write a letter of deferment saying that I wasn't going to be at the exams and I would like to continue in year 3, blah, blah, blah. But somehow it worked out for me. They moved the date of the finals for the Peak Talent Show, and then I was able to go back and, you know, collect my letter and say, please, I'm writing the exam. So I wrote the exam and I won and I got all that money. Then I put all the money back into the music. All. The only thing I bought for myself was maybe a TV, a laptop, musical set. Of course, I need a musical set to listen to music. I'll be checking out music I want to. So after I put all the money, man, 5 naira did not come back. I'm talking about the year 2010 as we speak right now. This is me in the year 2010 as at then, with no money. After being a so-called star of reality show, I had nothing to show for it. I had my song Fimisile featuring LD Don, but after that I had nothing. In fact, apparently I went quiet for about a year or so, but there was nothing to my name. I had no car, I had no money. I couldn't take my friends out, I couldn't even help my family.
I'm looking for my Johnny. Where is my Johnny? Johnny boy.
So after 2010, I kind of went quiet for 2011, and this period I took it out to personally find out what kind of artist I wanted to be, what kind of lives I wanted to touch with my music, what messages I wanted to send forth. You know, it was very difficult. I used to get a lot of negative comments online for everything I put all my sweat, my blood, my days, my time into. You know, so it was never exactly very all praises. People weren't exactly praising. They probably praise me to my face, but when I go online, I see only negative things. I didn't know what to do. And so the first thing I did was that I stopped looking at comments. Now, when you stop looking at comments, basically you're telling yourself you're going to stop listening to what people say, especially those people that want to bring you down. Because the truth of the matter is that the minute you want to get or you want to aspire to a higher height, the more the haters, the more the criticizers, the more the people that tell you that you cannot. So what I did was that even if after I finished shutting down all those people, if one of them managed to come to my face and tell me, I'll just take the tea out of it. I remember going to visit a friend of mine, and she had a friend there, and she was telling me to my face, Remi, you haven't worked, you haven't done anything, you haven't done anything in your career. I remember hearing Fimisile, and since then I haven't heard anything. I had Gengen Love as at then. When I released Gengen Love, I was still taking the bus. I'll tie my hair up, I'll wear shades, I'll cover up so no one could see me. You know, but the thing that kept driving me was that I knew I wanted to get somewhere. I knew it would pay. I'd had advances from so many men saying that they would take care of me, and that was the way, that I'm a beautiful girl, why am I wasting it, why am I stressing myself? It's like I like to suffer. When I heard that, I held my head. How would you tell someone that the person likes to suffer? That even encouraged me more, because that was obvious that these people, they don't exactly want the best for you. They're telling you all this because they want something from you. So the minute as a young girl, as a young guy, you get such advances, know that you're very, very close to your miracle. You're this close. You won't see it coming if you are distracted. So you just have to stay true to yourself, true to your beliefs, and especially true to God. Because in all those dark moments, the person I was there with me was God, leading me, telling me what to do. And even when I was looking for a label, I had several advances from different label owners, people who were very prominent in the industry. And somehow I chose a Fizzy Music Group. It wasn't by my might, it wasn't by my own choice. I just know it was God because I asked him to give me. This is my Nigerian dream, that the average kid on the road, on the streets, in every house would realize that education actually is more than just reading books for a certain number of years. It's actually a key to the world because you're put within 4 walls of a school, of different schools, so that you can communicate with people and know how you communicate with people when you finally leave that institution. My Nigerian dream is that education would be the most important thing, and then that will open the doors to dreams yet unborn. That the children in Makoko, the children in Agege, in Oshodi, they will be offered the best education where they can learn both English and French and German at the same time and be world ambassadors. That's my dream.
Ho ha! Celeb on the beat. Yemi Alade.
Well done. My name is Yemi Alade. And if that girl that was termed unbrandable, that girl that was termed a waste of time, if she, Yemi Alade, can make it, what is holding you? You can make it. Don't let anybody hold you down. When they tell you you can't, remove the T and tell them, I can. God bless.
Johnny leave me follow Cynthia, and I don't know what to do. And he talk say I no do like the way Cynthia they do. Johnny give Uche belle. He talk say he want marry nene. Johnny Mo.
What's up, people? It's your brown Barbie King Yemi Alade, and you are watching my Nigerian dream. And I'm chill with my girl Anire. No change that dial, man. No change that station. Brown love that.
I'm looking for my Johnny. I'm looking for my honey. You're telling me this, you're telling me that. I say this is not for me. Johnny do me conny. Johnny do me conny. He's doing me this, he's doing me that. But I know what's him on me. He go Canada, he go Tokyo. Yesterday he say he dey Morocco. He dance the sicko, he sing a willow. Na lie, na Pinocchio. This one na go be. Original go be. See wahala. Johnny leave me follow Cynthia, and I don't know what to do.
Welcome back. Did you hear the story? Did you hear her story? She talked about failure before she talked about success. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. I hope we've been able to inspire somebody today. We're not joking here. We're telling our stories because we want Nigeria, our Nigeria, to be the greatest nation in the world that it was built to be. And it will only be so when people like you and I rise above what is happening around us and make something tangible of our lives. This is my Nigerian dream. What is yours? Next week promises to be another time on my Nigerian dream. And I hope by next week, when we'll meet again, your story must have changed. This is Anire saying, keep hope alive. It is well. Bye-bye.
The land is green, it's green, oh, oh. The land is green, it's green. Can't you see? The harvest is ready.